Hey everyone, how are you? Nancy here with Essentially You and my very first Wake Up Wednesday. So what is Wake Up Wednesday? Wake Up Wednesday is something that was gifted to me from meditation. Go figure, it's the first one. About just answering questions. People have had so many questions with this awakening. You know, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like that? What is going on? I feel a shift in my body. So I thought, since I have been on this journey for a little bit now, and I helped myself overcome my autoimmune disease, why not see if I can be of service to you guys with Wake Up Wednesday? So I asked for people to send in some comments about what they would like me to talk about. And most comments this week were about meditation. And when I'm working, I hear a lot of people talking about meditation. And I want to meditate, but I don't know how, or I can't meditate because I don't know what I'm doing. And basically, meditation is a practice that has been around from the beginning of time. It is not some new fad thing that we have decided that we should start. What we're doing is we're remembering. Because remember, this is the awakening. So we're remembering that meditation was a big part of who we are as humans. We were supposed to slow down. We live in a very, very fast-paced world now, where we're constantly on our cell phones. We're moving at lightning speed, and we're going on, 100 miles per hour. We never stop to just unplug. See, when we first came to existence here in this world, we didn't have all of those electronics, so we had time to unplug. When it got dark at night, it got dark, and you just didn't have the TV to pop on. You unplugged. Think about the time when even Jesus unplugged. He was on his traveling around and doing all of his, preaching and stuff. And then when it would get he'd get the masses, he would just go off and pray, meditate. Okay? So what is wrong with meditation? Why do we find it's so hard to do when it's basically in our DNA to meditate? Because we all think meditation is Zenish, that we have to have this beautiful meditation room. We have to have the right candles and the right music and the right ambiance and get all Zenish. No, we don't have to. We can meditate when we're vacuuming. We can meditate in the shower. We can meditate when we're folding laundry. We can meditate when we're walking. Meditation is just slowing the mind down. Just allowing it a chance to not have a million trillion things running through it 100 times. It's just slowing the mind down. And so we think about meditation and why people don't do it. People don't do it because of fear. They're afraid they're doing it wrong. Because we think we have to go to a sound ball bath, or we have to have this Zen room, like I said. So we're fearful to not doing it because we don't want to do it wrong. So we stop. And that's kind of where the dark comes in. See, we have dark and light right now, and we're constantly being pulled towards it. This darkness, this light matter, and we're constantly being pulled. And so the dark comes in and creates this fear that you don't meditate, but the light is like, no. We want you to meditate. That's how you connect to your higher self. That's how you get the great answers. That's how you get like this cheat sheet through life, is through meditation. So we want you to do it. But guess what? We don't do it. But look, you have free choice. You can choose to meditate and get quiet and let the light in. Or you could choose to live in fear and not meditate, afraid of doing it wrong, and let the dark in. So meditation creates clarity. It reduces stress and anxiety. It's almost like your cheat sheet for life. You can go get quiet and the answers just come because you're calming the brain and taking a chance for it to catch up to life and allowing the downloads to happen. There's nothing bad about it. There is no right or wrong. I am here to tell you there is absolutely no right or wrong to meditation. If you want to sit Zen-like, then you sit Zen-like. If you want to sit and fold your laundry and just think happy thoughts about your family and how grateful you are to fold this laundry for the family, then do it. If you want to go out walking and just count your steps and listen to the birds and just quiet the brain, then do it. Light energy wants you to connect to source. Wants this right now in this awakening to connect to source. Then all of a sudden, we also have to realize, why did meditation get like a bad rap? Well, because we then took religion, and religion said meditation is prayer. That's what we're going to do. It's not, they said Jesus went off and prayed. Did he go off and pray? Or did he go off and meditate? Aren't they one and the same? But when religion came in and said, all of a sudden it has to be prayer, and you recite these prayers, or you pray like this and you pray like that, you see what happens? It creates more fear, and fear that we don't do it. So then we just don't meditate. And then if we don't meditate, we're not creating to our higher source, and we're not getting light in. We're getting more fear, which creates more darkness. It's like a simple concept, right? So I'm going to give you Webster's Dictionary of meditation. To engage in mental exercise for the purpose of reaching the highest level of awareness. And here's Nancy's definition of meditation. The exercise of slowing down, relaxing, and working this muscle above the head to produce a healthier lifestyle. When I was at my lowest point and sick, I realized that this muscle up here had a lot more to do with my healing than most other things that I was doing. So when I learned to meditate, and I sat in a closet, I am not kidding you, I sat in a closet with frankincense in my hand and Jesus in my heart, because that was the only place I could go that would be quiet enough for me to slow my brain down. And I just sat and I thought, and my brain would go 100 times a minute. But what would happen is I then was like, I could hear Jesus' voice saying, could you just get quiet for a minute? Could you just shut up so that I can come through and tell you what I think you should do? And when I did that, bam, that's where I got my healing in. Okay, so if you think about it as working out, like it's a muscle that we're working out, we spend so much of our life working these muscles, making sure we go to the gym and we make sure our muscles are all fit and tight, and then we make sure that we relax these muscles afterwards, right? Well, think about your brain as a muscle. It's constantly going. It's constantly... When do you ever give it a rest? You don't even really give it a rest when you sleep, because a lot of us sleep with our phones next to us, or we're on the screen before we go to bed, so then our brain is still working and processing everything that we had throughout the day. So when do you give your muscles a rest? Let's think about this in athletic terms. All the major athletes out there use this, something called mental rehearsal. And what they do is they see themselves playing their sport. They allow their brain to work. They know that working the brain is just as important as working their muscles, but they also know relaxing the brain is just as important as rest times in between their sports. It's just a concept, maybe an aha moment that you walk away. So entrepreneurs, successful people, inventors, all understood the power of meditation. Meditation is what allowed them to be able to think clearly, to create the greatness out there. So why do we wrap fear around it? Why do we get so fearful to just get quiet? I don't know. Do we let the dark in? Or are we getting fearful because we're afraid of slowing down? We're afraid of what we're going to hear? Are we getting fearful because if you say to somebody, I'm sorry, I can't come to that meeting right now, it's my meditation time, are you afraid of being judged? Are you afraid that people will think you're lazy because you're taking the time to slow your brain down? I want you to sit with these for a minute. I want you to sit really clearly and think, why are you not allowing your higher self to come through meditation? Because of fear. I think meditation should be taught at a very early age. I wish I learned it earlier. And it was hard for me to shut my brain down. Trust me, I tried every Zen thing. I went to all these classes. I couldn't do it. It was so hard. And I tried music, and music was good. I kind of did good with music. I have a very hard time with guided meditations because I think they talk too fast and my brain doesn't process that fast. And I'm always a couple of steps behind. And that's when I kind of got into shamanism. I like the drumming and the journeying, because I'm actually doing something in my meditation. I'm journeying to my lower worlds, my upper worlds, or I'm journeying to my power animals. So I actually that one resonated with me. And then once I learned how to slow this brain down, I now can sit in a closet, like I said, with frankincense and Jesus, and listen and just get still and just get quiet. It's about stillness. It's about quiet. I mean, now, like I said, it should be taught at an early age, but let's not go back there in time. We can't go back in time and change things. So we're going to start right where we are right now in our lives to get meditation in our lives, right here, right now. And no, we are not going to start with Jesus, who went out into the desert for 40 days and 40 nights to pray or meditate, whatever you want to call it at the time. No, we're going to start with simple relaxation, simply just, getting zen-like, folding laundry, vacuuming, in the shower. I do a great meditation in the shower. You don't have to think too much about washing your hair and washing your body. You've done it a trillion times. So why not let the brain just have a chance to wring out the old and bring in the new, right? So you just want to get quiet. That's all it's about. It's not about having this really zen room and looking at a white candle or having the most amazing music playing. It's about getting quiet. So one thing I want to share with you about getting quiet is how you can switch that central nervous system to thinking you're a very calm person. It's something I like to call the 5-5-7 breaths. And you can do this in the middle of chaos, because you can meditate in the middle of chaos. If you're just having a chaotic day, there's no reason, if you practice this over and over again, that you can't just relax and chill and meditate. So 5-5-7 breaths are really easy. It's a simple process. You do 10 rounds of them, and you've actually tricked the central nervous system into thinking that you are a chilled person when you're really not. So you inhale for 5, you hold for 5, and you exhale for 7, a little bit slower. The inhale and the hold are the same, and the exhales a little slower. And if you do cycles of this, and you can do this while you're driving, you can do it wherever you want. But learn that meditation is more about slowing the brain, slowing down. Yes, do you want to spend time in quietness and really download? Because like I said, it's like your cheat sheet to life. But it's really about just slowing down, allowing yourself to unplug, allowing your higher self to come through and tell you what they want to tell you for you. That is about the awakening, listening, and remembering. Because when we listen, we remember, and then there's no fear. There's only living with ease and joy. There's only living your purpose. There's only living exactly how Spirit wanted us to do, is come here, learn a lesson, and live with ease and joy. We're supposed to do that. That is how we're made. That is what makes us who we are. So I leave you with that. I'm going to be doing these every Wednesday. And what you can do is you can go to my Essentially You page. You can message me in the little message box of what you would like me to talk about. And I will be more than happy to talk about that with you. If you like this, I'm going to be starting a YouTube station. So I ask that you subscribe to my YouTube station, which will be underneath in there. And if you like the content, give me some feedback. Let me know what you want to hear from me, because I'm only here to serve you, as we all are here together collectively to serve one another, honor one another, and live with ease and joy. Well, there you have it. That is my Wake Up Wednesday. I look forward to all of your comments below, and have a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous night.